From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 43-yard line.
On second down now, it's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. And Oliver. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. off here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Hey, 90! Half. Come on. Strong left, strong left. I got it!
To the air, Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Regular.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. The 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
We got this. At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You got 3 down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Bills nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Yellow.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Check it out, Reed. He's checking. Crash. 6 guys. Check.
Here's Allen. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Mahomes. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
55. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Here's Allen to throw it. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Next 57's Mike. All day, baby, all day. Hey, Delta. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Chandler Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
57. Mike, 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interception.
That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 41-yard line.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. And
34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And an alley to run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This is Mostert. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, Allen got a man. It's Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, and guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
57's the mic. Watch it. 57's the mic.
Allen now on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try to run this one in.
I got you, boy.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go.
To throw is Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Alpha. Combo. Watch the pass. 0-0. Mike 3. Watch the run. Mike 3.
So So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Bell. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Yellow.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.